is taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Wentz now on first down. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field, but at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
On play action, it's Wentz. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
To throw is Newton. He'll buy some time right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll get get this back to the 32-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
20. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw, Newton. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. $13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And Newton's going to keep it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
On the give, this is Harris.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now it's Newton.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Take 4, take 4. Show it up, 20.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Wentz now on first down.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Wentz. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Steelers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Finds Hines again for the completion.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A final shot before the break. Newton thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. The 40. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hey, come on, eight!
Newton. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Newton.
That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Newton takes it himself, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton, escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Quiddy Pay has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And he'll be down at the 46, so they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, they'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Taylor's got the first down and more.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 3 here this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Newton to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're 1 play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
74 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 55 to mine. Check 55.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
At the 33-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long...
Wentz to throw. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.